What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trade Academy. This is the show where FD White and I come at you guys. We lay down these charts. We look at strategy. We show you guys some simple technical analysis tools, some advanced technical analysis tools, how to use all the great stuff that we have here on TradingView for us. And then we look at this market close, figure out these trade setups. And this is a good opportunity for everybody to learn. So welcome to Trade Academy right here on Piper Academy. But guys, before I bring up my co-host FD White on this and we start digging into these charts, we got to roll some footage for you. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, and good afternoon. It is 4 o'clock on the East Coast. It's 2 o'clock here where I am at, and this is Trade Academy, the show where we come at you guys, showing you guys some easy trade setups, teaching you guys how to do trading yourself. We are not all about this whole thing about, pushing out, hey, here's a trade setup, here's a trade call. We're going to be doing some of that stuff, but I want you guys to know that primarily what you guys are going to get here on this show is going to be teaching you how to fish, because here at Piper Academy, we know knowledge is profit, and the more knowledge you have, the more you guys can make that yourself. And so, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you're going to feed him for life, and that's what we're here for. But I am not doing it by myself. I've got my partner in crime in here with me. Let's go ahead and bring him up on the screen. It is FD White. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Oh, I can't complain, man. I'm excited, man. Just came from trading wars earlier, lost, man. But I had some trade setups that I didn't take in my personal account because I was over there trading. But I'm ready to lay it all out right here and get everybody ready.
I had one of those yesterday. I actually, and I'll show it on the chart here in a bit, but I had a trade set up for a short. I actually said something about it on X when one of the people that follows me on there, Bad Fox, she's awesome. She's always commented back on my stuff, and she made a comment about this green candle was giving her hopium. And I said, that's my indicator to short the market. And I'll be darned. I set an entry at 60K. It did not pick up. It actually missed it by like $170. So it happens, bro. It happens. So we can't catch them all. These are not Pokemon. These are crypto tokens. So, yeah, welcome, dude. This is our debut show, man. We are debuting here today. So this is pretty cool. I'm digging this. Let me get something going. I'm just noticed that I do not have my beautiful ticker down here. And so let's get that going. Can I get a ticker action in here? There we go. There's the ticker. You guys got to have the ticker so you know where we're at. And then also, FD, I figured we were going to set this off today with a little bit of the right action. First of all, guys, smash that like button, destroy it, crush it. This is new content. We're coming at you every Tuesday and Thursday. If you guys like this kind of content, do that. And then, of course, you can share it right there. Please share this out. We're going to be growing this thing to be great. But yes, do that. Hit that thumbs up. But here we go. We got some confetti. Let's go ahead and get some music going for a minute and get these guys hyped up while they smash that button because that's important, So they need some party music. Let's go. Let's get that music rocking in here. I got to turn it up. There's no music. There we go. So yeah, guys, smash that like button. Share this out. This is Tommy Merritt. He said, hello, first time. Welcome here, bro. Welcome to Piper Academy. This is Trade Academy. We're going to be here every Tuesday and Thursday doing this. And then also check all the links up below, guys. We're going to be doing some trade calls and setups and more education in our Discord. So I appreciate everybody being here. You guys rock. Party's done. We got to get into the charts now, man, because people want charts and we're going to give them charts. So confetti gone, be gone. Thank you. FD, are you watching anything on the charts right now? Because it's been a horrible day. Matter of fact, I'm looking at CNBC right now and they said the VIX just hit top 20, bro. Top 20. That is, yeah. Tech sector fell 4.5% today. NVIDIA fell 9%. Intel fell 9% today. I won't lie. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking short opportunities are going to be coming this whole month. We've talked about it here on Piper Academy since August 1st, that this was what was coming for August and September. So we gave our community a lot of heads up on this, and this is shorts opportunity here. What are you doing? How are you approaching this market? Is there anything in particular you're concerned about, or is this just another day behind TradingView? What's your thoughts?
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Anytime I see Nvidia, which has led the whole world, basically the whole world investing scene, and the markets. Anytime I see it down 10% basically in one day, I'm a little bit concerned. So I don't know if it was like super bad news or anything that came out. I had my kids started school today, so I'm a little bit discombobulated. But I'm never discombobulated when it comes to just looking at the charts and seeing what's going on. So what I'm looking at right now, I'm looking, like you said, I'm looking for potential shorts. I'm looking for potential scalps. I call this scalp season because I'm not really trying to get into any long-term swings. The market has been super duper choppy. So scalp season for me, leaning a little bit bearish. So that means I'm going to be shorting probably a lot more. But like I said, if I see an opportunity at a bounce area, I'm going to take that and I'm going to get in and out, base hits, and then we can, just go from there. But I do have Bitcoin up right now. If you want to go over to my chart, or if you want to get into that, we can jump right into
I
it,
got
man.
it.
So
Jump into it. Let's go.
So this is my simple, what I'm looking for. So this morning we were on Trading Wars. Shout out to Crypto Keeper, man. I lost Trading Wars in the championship, but I saw this. About 8:30. I said, okay, we hit this top side resistance that we just kept hitting. We hit it this morning. This was at 7:15. We hit it again around. This was yesterday, rather, during that the holidays. Came up for this little deviation. So this is where my range, my top side of my range, my resistance was drawn here. So we came back in this morning. I sat back down around 9:15. I saw these two. I said, okay, what do I see? I went to the 5-minute because, scalp season. Boom, double top, M pattern. What did we do? We just fell all the way back down, all the way down to my orange or mustard colored bar right here. I thought we were going to come down to about 50. What number is that? Around 57.3, which would have been the top side of this falling wedge. But we didn't get down that far. We ended up just bouncing, creating a double bottom here at about 57.4, 57.5. As you see right here, we had this bounce, this bounce. So I'm looking to see how we interact within this orange or this mustard colored area right here. So it's looking like we're topping out possibly right now. So we do have money flow coming up. This is the 15 green dot. So it looks like we might just be chopping around this area for a minute, but my big short level would be right here. This would be the bottom side SR flip at about 58.7. So when Bitcoin gets like this, it's really, it moves. $1,000 here, $1,000 up, $1,000 down. So my next area for a mega short or a mega short would be about this 58.700 level. So I'll be looking to see how this interacts. We'll pull up some more indicators, some fibs and everything a little bit later. But just from raw price action, this was support. And, every trader knows once you lose support, you come back up. If you test it as resistance, that's like, means to go short. So we'll be looking at that. That'll be my next a little bit heavier short position.
What I'm seeing too, bro. I'm seeing a lot of blood in the streets. Matter of fact, I almost feel like I need to gear up for this fight because it's the price action is not pretty. Here, let me just do this. Let me do this. Oh, hold on. I got it. Here we go. Let me bring this up here. I got me a hat here. There we go. Right there. I'm gonna just wear my Detroit hat. I'm ready. I'm ready to go now. I have one without a background. I'm going to get that on here so that I can be Detroit ready for the blood in the streets because I'm seeing it too. And I'm going to jump over here to my chart right now. Oh, by the way, big shout out to Wick. He said, you guys are streaming all day long on here. It's like you're making this a job. Dude, I suck at retirement, man. I'm just going to put that out there. So let's jump over here to my chart. Yeah, I'm horrible at this. I'm looking at the charts here, guys. And what I was watching here yesterday, obviously, was we had this nice little move up. I'm looking at a 4-hour here. We had this nice little move up, and I was looking for this to come up and hit about that $60,000 range right in here. We had on the 4-hour, what I use chart primes indicators here, and so there's some really powerful ones in here. This dynamic reactor coming in right here on top of this upper resistance band. This was a key area for me, and so I was like, you know what? I'm going to set this for 59,985. Let me go to that where that would be at. That would have been about right. Let me get it in there. Right there. That's where that line would have been at. And you can see how close it was. It just barely missed it. Could have cut that entire move down, but we don't chase trades. That's a no-no. Do not chase your trades. But guys, yeah, it couldn't even break a candle close on the 4-hour above the quantum reactor here, which is extremely bearish. So I figured we were going down. Let me go and show some traditional TA on here, what I'm looking at, and then we'll just start looking at some stocks, some altcoins. That's going to be the plan here, and then we'll just start with the clean charts a lot. FD, I don't know how you feel about that, but I'd like to just start with clean charts and just show these guys how we would put our indicators on, what we're looking for. That gives us, that warm fuzzy to go, I'm ready to risk a little bit of money to make some money, right? And so that's what I want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and start with this. I'm going to get off that line that I just drew. Let's isolate just the top chart here. And I want to look and see how we're looking here on this local. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab some fibs. I like to turn on my magnet tool, and it allows me to catch those tops and bottoms really nice and clean. And you can see there, the 382 is our main line of support. We've had some rejections here in the golden pocket. But overall, right now, that 50 rejection right there, if I would have actually just done this fib on here yesterday, I would have known not to overshoot that, because there's the 50. And anytime that we come from below the 50 and hit to the bottom and reject off of it, that in my book is a very bearish move on fibs on the local time frame there. And so I'm watching that. Now, if we do come back up here, I'm probably going to look at about a 59.5. Is going to be my entry level for a short. So to show you guys how I'd set that up on here, I'd set that short up right there on that 50. I'm going to move my 3-to-1 risk to reward just above this previous wick area. We already know that Bitcoin doesn't like 60K evidently. And then we're going to drop it down here, look for a 236 pullback. And that's going to give me actually a much higher than a 3-to-1. But when I get down at the 382, I'll take some profit there at this line, remove half of it at least, and then put on my trailing stop loss. On Blowfin, they have a stop loss there, and I'll just keep moving that bad boy down until it looks like I can get a nice move there. I see what you're saying about it actually looks like a head and shoulders if that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about this little line here coming up, there's a head, there's a shoulder. I could see that, but an inverse head and shoulders. If you're talking
Maybe
about
he's
this
talking
one
about
here,
at the end. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, well, that actually got rejected and did not play out. So that got invalidated already anyways. So that's what I would do there. Another thing you can do is come over here, grab this fixed range volume profile. I have mine starred. That's what this little star is down here. Shout out to TA Tim. Taught me that one. I thought it was like energy saver mode, right? On TradingView. But you can click it right there too. Let me just pull this over and see how we're looking from this point high to this low. We've got a value area low sitting right down here below us also. That's coming in at about 55.5, 55.5, 75 actually. And we rejected here yesterday. I'm telling you, sometimes, guys, just throw a fresh, clean chart on, because yesterday I would have seen point of control rejection and a 50. This would have been my area to get in this trade, and I would not have missed out on this. That move by itself, just from the point of control to the bottom of this, was about 2.7 on a 10x is what I was trying to do. That would have been a 20% trade for the day. So, yep, we're here. Hey, Crux is doing his thing over there. He's working over there, doing some stage stuff at Investing Bros. So he gave you guys some good info, and now you guys are here. It's all good. Alexander G, shout out. She just dropped the in the chat there. Billy Goat tells Tonight on X, Billy Goat tells live with Crypto Blood. I was just talking about blood in the streets, wasn't I? Detroit man himself. Big shout out to Billy Goat tells and Crypto Blood on there tonight, though. Yeah, but that's some of the things that I look at when I'm doing trade setups. let's let somebody just call out something here in the charts,
I
guys.
want to I want
I
to I
appreciate
want to
it.
look at a video really quick.
Yeah, let's go look at Nvidia. Let's do that. And shout out to Crush. He said I funneled everyone here. We Gucci. We are Gucci. We Gucci.
Cool. So, I mean, with stocks, especially these super large caps, they're not gonna just move, just like that. Well, 10% for Nvidia is a lot. Let's get that, established right now. But I got something drawn out for Nvidia, like maybe like a path that we may follow if the market remains bearish. So we came down to this area here. We had some price action here at about 108, 107, the area we're at now. So if you're new to trading, just make sure that you don't get hell bent on specific price price levels. You want to have areas. So usually people draw lines, but sometimes I like to draw areas. So I'll draw like a box here. Let's actually do it so we'll know, like a little area here, so we'll know that it's not just a specific price. So Nvidia right now, if we remain bullish, I mean bearish, looks like we probably may get a bounce here. If every 10%, I don't really foresee it just keep going down all week. We might get back a bounce maybe to about 113 to 115, and then we might just start to roll over again. And then this big psychological level at like $100, going to about 98 to $100 is major support. Coming in, we had it in March, a couple times in March, a few times in May, August again. So be looking out for that for
Hey,
possibly a quick
I
bounce
just threw
off
up
of that
I just threw
$100.
up on your chart. I just threw up on your chart a comment from Crux. He said
Oh,
10% on Nvidia is more than some companies in the S&P. So I just wanted to put that
exactly.
out there.
Exactly. So I know a lot of people came into this week sort of bullish. Like yesterday when I opened the futures up last night, the market was looking a little red. I didn't think it was going to do this. So I'm still trying to figure out what happened. But we just been making lower highs on Nvidia. The AI wave has been dying down a little bit, and we know Nvidia, the market share of Nvidia, like the whole market, the stock market has really been led by Nvidia and the tech stocks. So if the tech stocks start to roll over, watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at Clean Spark. We just had a request for Clean Spark here, so I'm going to pull that up and take a look at that because we just lost another critical area there that I've been watching for a long, long time. So let's jump over and check that out, and we'll make some clean charts here. Let's do that. Let me get rid of. Let me just hide everything that I have on here because I don't want to lose my long run in TA here. So I'm going to click all of this. Let's go with that. There we go. And we're just going to put this in a folder. Watch this. Create a folder and off. There we go. Now it's all clean. There you go. There you guys go. You just learned something new there. Breathing is overrated. Every day I'm breathing. Family, cold beer, username. I'm just reading here. Reading all the comments. I'm glad you guys are here, man. We appreciate you. All right. So here we go. Let's go pull some fresh fibs here. We have Yeah, we're gonna have to pull from this bottom range here because we're about to get wrecked on Clean Spark, I think, fellas. If Bitcoin doesn't turn around, and I talked about this morning. Actually, I said, here's the bottom line: is these are the areas that we are at, and if we don't see action by October, or if price continues sideways, or price moves down, which will make it even sooner. Worst case scenario, best case scenario in this thing, if we don't pump, is Bitcoin continues moving sideways. And if that doesn't, if we don't get a pump in October, we have a key indicator from Chart Prime that actually says we're heading into a dump cycle. And guys, the lowest one that I've had on my daily chart, I'm going to show you guys that before we leave today. The lowest one that I've had was a 48% move to the downside on Bitcoin back in the day. So I'm going to show you that. But right now, let's talk about Clean Spark. What you got for me? You got something? You want to say something?
Oh, I'm sitting here shaking my head looking at these charts.
Oh, no worries, no worries. All
Yeah,
right.
it's bleeding.
Uh,
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so what I'm looking at Clean Spark here, guys, we had this level here. You can see this 50% line right there. We fought in that range for a while, and I pulled these fibs from this bottom down here up to the top. Technically, I guess if I was going to place these fibs, I would be doing it here because that was our last one. And that actually looks a little bit more on the 50 line, but putting them back down here where we are, you can see we got our rejection. We were trying to hold the golden pocket here. back on the 2nd of August here. We were trying to hold it, tried to fight back up in it. Lots of rejection there on it. Created this falling wedge. You guys can see that right there, and down it goes. Right now, we're in the platinum pocket, and we're heading down to $8.48. How low can we go on this? Well, let me just go over here and show you a really simple fixed range volume profile. Let's put this back on the daily so we have a lot of data in here. And let's pull this from back here over to current. Remember, guys, this is just going back to 1 year ago. That point of control right there, we lost it. That was actually where we just got. I'm telling you, sometimes you guys should just clean off your charts and throw some fresh TA. Look at that rejection on the value area low with the golden pocket there. Where could we be heading at on this? Guys, we could be heading all the way back down here to 777 to this 1-to-1 line at 641 easily. There's nothing in here at all for volume. You can see, let's go ahead and throw some T boxes on here, and I'll show you guys how I do these. Just go over here under your drawing tool, grab a rectangle. You got your fixed range volume profile on here. Let's look at these next levels. We got this level here where we are in there's a volume node there, and that's about coming in right there below that platinum pocket. I would say we have to hold this area. You can see all of the play that we had back here on price action, here on price action, in this area as a resistance and support. This is going to be a key range right here where that's coming in at. The next one after that, guys, it's all the way here. Do you see the big volume cluster right there? That's $3.75. So this slide here, if we lose this, there's a gap here. There's a little grab right there, which you can see was that level. That's coming in at about 770. And then it's just a gradual grind down. We do have something at about $5.70 on here. And then it's just a matter of this cluster here. So let's go ahead and clean off the Mexican spaghetti. Shout out to OC Guy. And let's jump in here and let's grab another rectangular box. We're going to put it right in line. Let me turn the magnet off. We're going to put it right in line with these two clusters. They're separate clusters, guys. That's not a mountain. That's just a separate cluster. We're going to put that there, and then we're going to bring in another one that's going to go right in here. And you can see there was a little price action that took place there. So that's a really thin one. So that's about what we are looking at right there. I do want to see, I want to hide this stuff real fast. And then let's see what we're looking at on the algorithmic side, because when you tie in some algorithmic indicators, they will pick up a lot of things that you don't see. So, yeah, we lost the dynamic reactor. We lost the quantum reactor here. They're both tied out. Let's turn on this moving averages. We lost the 300, the 200. These are dailies, guys. These are daily indicators. I have them set to the time frame of the day. And we've lost the 300, 250, and the 100. And then I just want to throw this on, see what we have going on here. Let me go in here and pull up some fair value gaps. Let's check that out. Yeah, we've lost all the fair value gaps too, guys. This is not good. Clean Spark does not look good right now. If we don't have a turnaround fairly quick on Bitcoin's price action, I'm probably going to be taking half profits at least out of all this stuff. So not pretty, guys. And we talked about this. We talked about this on August 1st, and I actually did not take my own call as serious as I should have. And here we are today, looking at where can we short and make some money. So that's what we're going to do now. FD, let's start looking at our charts and let's figure out what we can look at for short calls here, or where are some of these areas of support that we might get into some low leverage longs. Right now, the trend, I don't want to trade against it, so I would be very hesitant to do any high leverage. Probably like 3 to 5 if I was going to look at a long right now with a tight stop loss. So what are you looking at on your charts?
I got Ethereum pulled up right now. So I'm on a 4-hour time frame. But if let's just do a top down analysis, and then we can kind of figure out short term what areas we can look at. So right now we're at about 2,500. We lose this, that means the overall market, that means Bitcoin is pretty bearish, more bearish than it is now. We're probably going 2,100, which is, I didn't never think we was coming back down here this cycle. And if we lose that, then we're just gonna go straight down to like 1,500, which would be a gift. But I just want people to keep those numbers in mind because you can just look. This is on a weekly time frame. You can just see the structure. You can see where I have my red areas at. You can see the support, the SR flips here. We can even go back here. You see we held it here, then we lost it, came back up, held this as resistance. So longer term, we do have some areas that I'm looking for to pick up some spot if you do. But if we just zoom in, I was looking at this a little bit earlier. Uh, so we took this trade here. We took this short. Let me zoom in so we can see a little bit more. So we just did a basic rising wedge short here. We called this out over on Blockchain Basement. I think this was last week. Came down, got rejected, came back down, and then we just started losing. And now we're just bumping our head around this $2,500 area. So this is actually making us have major resistance here. We're not going all the way down to my red area at about 2,300. So we can just actually let's take this shorter term and we can just pull this right here and we can just say we can use this as support. So short term, I mean, this has been holding around 24.30, 24.25 has been holding for some sort of short-term price action. So we did this, started in end of August. August came back down again Sunday again. So came back down again today. And we've been holding this level. So if you want to try something, I mean, it could be just as simple as trying this here. If we come back down here to about, like I said, 24.25, look for some type of maybe a short-term divergence. Let's actually pull up some of my indicators so we can see what we're looking at. I think I should just use the clean RSI. Yeah, we'll come to it. So we did have some type of divergence here a little bit earlier. Then we got the pop. So every time we've been coming down here, we've been getting like 15-minute divergences. So just be looking out for that until it breaks. So you can use this low here as a stop loss at about 23.90, 23.99, and then just try to use that as a short-term scalp. But like you said, low leverage because this market is shaking people out left and right now. So I'll actually be looking at this trade right here.
Go look at that Bitcoin. Go look at that Bitcoin dominance, bro. It was 54% this morning. It's 57 now. Alts are just getting wrecked off of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, 57.58. So yeah, man. So you gotta. When I'm looking at it, what I do in the mornings, the days I trade, I look at the stock market, I look at Bitcoin dominance, I look at the Dixie, and then I look at Bitcoin, and then I look at Ethereum, but then I go from there. So that's really how I start my day. When I like to jump in, but everybody has their ways.
And then you trade on Blowfin.
And then I go to Blowfin, and then I go 100x either way. So no, I'm playing. But yeah, man. But like I said, man, like right now, like even though the market is choppy, a lot of these coins have still been respecting like just simple levels, simple TA levels. You just use your indicators and your oscillators as confluence. Volume, money flow. That'll give you a little bit better entry and exit. But for the most part, they have been respecting levels. They just been losing them. And then when they'll go to the next level, they'll hold it for a minute and then they'll lose it. So overall, we all know that Bitcoin has the 59 to 60K bottom, and then it was like the 72, 73K top. Now we're holding that 59, 60K area as resistance, which is not a good thing.
No, it's not. I'm going to jump over and check out Caspa because I love my Cas. Hold on. Let me gear up here.
I'm gonna do so. You do that. I'm gonna go to Solana after you're done.
Let me gear up here for some Caspa TA. Yeah, I'm watching Caspa here, guys. We're at another key level here right now. So I want to show you guys. I'm looking at daily charts here. This is looking at Caspa on MEXC. And let me hide some stuff. Let me hide some stuff here so I can show you guys. Because I want to try to do this. Every time that we do this, I'm going to try to show you guys some fresh, clean TA so you guys can see how I put everything on. So let me go fixed ranged. We're going to hide that. We're going to hide that trend-based fib, the rectangles, and that horizontal line. Actually, I'll leave that on because that's a good one. I don't want to have to recreate that. I'll just show it to you. Let's create a group, and then let's shut that off. There we go. I paid the bills. I turned it off. There we go. looking here on Caspa, guys, you guys can see on the daily, this is continuing to look extremely bullish in my opinion, even with the downsell side today. Every time that we have come down here, and I did talk about this a while back, that I could see us over time coming back to retest this. This was a very strong trend line. This is actually where I originally got in at, was on this touch and this touch. That's the 3 cents and the 4 cents there that we got in on Caspa in our community here. But if I go over here and I take a look at what we're seeing right now, you can see that these chart prime indicators that I was talking about earlier from the Market Oracle Pro. And by the way, guys, if you want those, link down below, you guys can get 45% off the indicators that I use. They are a sponsor here on the show and of this afternoon show especially. So you guys can see we're holding this dynamic reactor and this quantum reactor very strong here. We have not quite turned this daily into a red quantum reactor yet. So a lot of support right here in this area. You can see the wicks here for the past 3 days getting a break and rejection off the top of this, but all of our support coming in on the bottom of this. If we hold this level, I might go long on some spot trade with a little hefty amount. Remember, if I was going to do $100 on a long for Caspa at 5x, I can throw $500 on a spot trade. It's the same thing, and I can trade this to the upside. So that's how I would look at doing that. Now, if I go back over here and I turn on those levels that we were just talking about here, guys, you can see this level. This is a trend-based fib extension. I'll show you guys how to draw these probably this Thursday. I'm going to show you guys my setups here on Thursday in TA101. It's in our Discord, so if you want to join that, come over there and check it out. But we'll probably lay out how to draw these, but it's really it's based on a previous trend, 3 points of touch, high to low. When you have a trend that's confirming over and over again, you draw your low, high, low on it, and then it gives you all of these other levels here. You can see I just basically went in here and made a whole bunch of golden pockets. So these are all phases of golden pockets. So it's the 1.618, the 2.618, the 3.618, moving on and on. And what I am seeing here, by the way, yes, I am talking like Doc Brown username. Chart Primes indicators. What is it? 2.88 gigawatts or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, you can see that we actually got our rejection at that same point there on the phase 8 golden pocket at 16.1 cents. I have to assume that is if we do not hold the quantum and the dynamic reactors here from Chart Prime's Market Oracle Pro Plus, then we're probably going to be heading down to retest this previous line here. A lot of support back here, a lot of previous resistance, and that would be the phase 7 golden pocket coming in at 14.5 cents. Let's go look at what we're seeing on the Oscillator Pro Plus here. This is my preferred oscillator. We are doing the True 7. Looks like this is about to curve. And money flow, what is money flow doing here? Let's look at this money flow. Actually, we'll just go this way and we'll look at money mode. There we go. This will just give us the money flow by itself isolated. Looks like money flow is coming down right now. So that is something to keep an eye on. That's another reason to think that we're going to go down to that phase 7. You can also see that the volume here is curving down also. So this is a volume matrix. It's multiple different types of volume indicators in. So yeah, this is telling us more downside. The money flow is telling us more downside. The oscillator ribbon is telling us more downside. The True 7 though is saying that it might be getting close to running out of energy. And then we also here on this bearish power battery, that little peach color coming in there means it's running out of juice. Just consider it a battery indicator on trend. And so yeah, I'm watching this, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to set an alert. Let me show you guys how to do this. I'm going to go over here, get rid of my Mexican spaghetti, and then let's go right here and let's put in an alert. And then I'm going to go into this alert that's on here, and I'm going to edit it. So I'm going to go in here, cast price. I want to do not crossing, but I want a greater than or less than, I mean, that line at the candle close. Okay. So, so only once it'll let me know that if it's below that at candle close. So that'll be good. And that's going to let me know. I'm going to go check this. Cast check. There we go. And I'll get that alert and it'll let me know that I need to come take a look at this because now we have gone below that. It might be a good opportunity for me to start looking for DCA and laddering opportunities there. Let's kick it back over to you, FD White, because you said you got that
Yeah.
soul train. Evidently,
Yeah.
evidently Tradefly handed you the keys and said you're the engineer and conductor on the soul train today. So let's go over to your chart and see what you got.
I actually, this is not financial advice, but Popcat. I had to go to Popcat right quick, man, because I saw something in the chart that is coming down to one of my key levels, and Popcat has been one of the darlings to trade if you're a trader this whole cycle. So Popcat, man, with the market turning a little bit bearish, and if we do get a September flush, if we do continue to I don't know. If we do continue to stay bearish, I think Eric Crown did a wonderful video saying usually September, the beginning, like the first 2.5 weeks are bearish. So if we do get a 2.5 weeks of bearishness, be looking for Popcat to come down to this upper sloping trend line. This upper sloping trend line has been spot on since April. We came down here in April, this again in June, came wick down here in August. So now it's coming in with confluence from this horizontal at about 34 cents. So I'm short term. I don't have any. I haven't really zoomed in for any short term. But if we do come down to Popcat 34 cent, I will set an alert here for 34 cent trend line only once. Yeah, crossing trend line. So that's usually what I do. I set my alerts for the trend lines, and then that makes me run to my computer or open my phone, and then I'll gauge the trade from there. So Popcat at 34 cent, be looking out for a major reaction at 34 cent if we come down. I know we're at 57 cent right now, but the way this market is looking with Nvidia going down 10%, that is something that's on my radar. I just wanted to throw that out there right now. Solana has been, ever since meme coin season, Solana hasn't been really like, doing all too well as, when it comes to liquidity, when it comes to volume, because, all the volume, all the liquidity was from the meme coins. You had to get Solana to play, to play the meme coin casino. So right now, we drew this out over on Crypto Nightcap last week as a probable scenario for Solana to do. So we came down to my level at about 135. We did not get that bounce though. We actually came down, used it as what? We used it as resistance, simple TA, what they teach you first day of TA class. You break it, you retest it, and then if you get rejected, that's when you open your short. So if you open the short here, this is on a 4-hour time frame, you're in the money right now. Went down about $6-7. So for Solana, I'm looking at my levels. I'm looking at us to potentially come back down to this area here, this big, thick yellow bar at about 120 to 125, which has acted as major support in the past. April, May, July, June. So this is the area if you want to accumulate Solana. This is not really, talking about accumulating, it's talking about trading, but it also will have something to do with trading because it'll probably be some type of major reaction. Look what happened when we had that Black Monday. Let's go over here and let's look at some oscillators. We had a nice bull div on the 4-hour when we had that nice dump, and then we just V-bottomed and went straight up. So I don't expect us, barring some black swan event, to come down that hard, that fast. But I will be looking at some sort of reaction. Every time we come down in this area, we have some sort of reaction, and we literally just did it yesterday when we came down to 125, 126, and we popped right back up. So these little $10 moves, man, can pay the big. One of these trades done right, you can be done for the week, depending on how much how much you're working with. So you don't have to over trade. You find your setup. You find one of these good trades. Like you could have took this trade if you already had this drawn out, which we did. We've been talking about this for the last month and a half on Crypto Nightcap. You could have took this trade here, took your profits here, knowing that this was another SR flip, SR level, and then you could have flipped short once you could have zoomed into maybe the 15 or the 5-minute, saw some candles, we got a top. I don't really trade candles, but sometimes I do look at candles. Like, let's see if sometimes you have like topping tails. So yeah, if you let's zoom into this candle here. So we had the bulls tried to come up, got rejected. Anytime I see this type of candle at the top of a trend,
AFD
usually,
White.
yeah, go ahead.
Can you explain to people what type of candle they're seeing there too, so that they don't go, why does that look
Okay.
so weird compared to my candles?
Okay, so right now I'm actually on Hikanashi candles. So these are not regular candles, but usually regular the actual shape of the candle is not going to change, but it's just like so you can see a trend better when you're just looking at a chart. So I think that's how you explain it. I just started using it because Crypto Face taught me how to use it like this. One of his, so I started using Heikin-Nashi candle. So if I just look at a raw chart, I can easily see, some the trend is, where the trend is going. And it also works good with like if you use, his indicator or things like that, or indicators of that nature. So that's what I'm looking at right now. It's not really a topping tail. I would have it looks sort of like it, but usually I wouldn't want to see this body be so full. But coming up to the 200, rejecting from the 200, coming down, it was like something that you could have taken if you were tuned into the market. So that's I mean Solana. All of these are pretty much simple trades. You just got to be alert and know what you're looking for and know the levels. Like these have been levels that have been formed ever since like May, June, July. So the past 3 4 months, we've been forming these levels. We've been, forming these price structures, and now we're just either retesting them or we're losing them. So it's just something that you just got to be aware of. And we'll, over here we'll help you map them out so your chart can look right, and go from there, make some money, a little bit of money here and there.
Awesome. Shout out to everyone in the chat. But he said Haikanashi. It's Haikanashi. It's up to the top. I'll show you in a second where
Akinashi,
it's at.
yeah,
Haikanashi. ASHI. But username said, rumor has it that Tradefly is not here because he's torching all of his plants. I just want to point out, I have a plant right there. There's my little plant guy, my little thinking man. So I just wanted to point that out.
no plants over here.
Nope, no plants for FD White either. Hey, just get a fake one, man. If you guys haven't done so yet, hit that, smash that like, guys, to help us out. Also, don't be afraid to share this around with your friends. We would appreciate you all very much. Let's talk about what you look at when you see a chart. Like these charts are really looking like down days right now, and so you got people going, is it time for me to short this market right now? How do you approach post sell off? You missed your opportunity to sell, or your trade didn't get picked up like mine,
Mhm.
or you're in a trade competition and don't have a chance to short yourself. How do you get around to getting back into the market on your trade? Do you just jump in, or do you catch that fallen knife, or how do you do it? What's your strategy on this? Because a lot of people are probably feeling that FOMO right now to short the
Yeah,
markets. And that's how you get people trapped in bear traps and bull traps. So let's talk
yeah.
about that with these guys.
So basically, like if we get a big move like we got today, what you want to see is a retrace, a bullish, going up, and then we'll hit our head on some type of higher term time frame resistance that used to be support. So I mean, we can go back to my screen. We can go over to Bitcoin, and I can show you what I would be looking at right now. So earlier, like I said, we had this double top here. I'm on an hourly time frame. We had this double top right here at this resistance bar that I drew um, yesterday. Lost that. So what I would be looking at, let's just say hypothetically, we didn't go all the way down right here. Let's just say this resistance or this, hopefully it will support if we were just gonna, because this is what I hoped. I hoped it was gonna be used as support, but it didn't. So what I would have looked for is a retest of this bottom side. So I'm on an hourly. So what would I do? I would get a sniper's view and see what would I have looked at. So we just really sliced through. So it was really no trade. You have to like go to the 1 minute, which I'm not going to the 1 minute. I only stop at the 5 minute. So you just have to look at the next level. So the next level would be we didn't use it as support. So now I would be looking to use it as what? I'll be looking to use it as resistance. So what I'll be looking for here, we had the double bottom, which is basically a W pattern. So we're getting resistance here. I would want to see this used as support to pop our head right back under here, which was our support level here. And then we use it as resistance over here. So I'll be looking to use it as resistance again in order to get back in the market if I'm looking for shorts. And then to come back down from here. So I don't FOMO unless it's like some crazy black swan or something, and it's just like like Black Monday when that happened, or when the Japan carry trade. Like if you got in late, you still probably made a little bit of money. But when it just comes to technicals, you got to look for retracements. You got to look to either use things that used to be support as resistance or use things that used to be resistance as support. And I just zoom into the lower time frames and try to get my entries, which we'll cover. We're going to cover the basics. We're going to cover everything over here, over on this channel, and especially in the Discord. So make sure you go over to the Discord and zoom in, because a lot of times my I had got away from being so simple, but the simple technique has worked tremendously these past few months. So I've been going back to just traditional trend lines, traditional support and resistance, and like I said, using these oscillators and money flow as a little bit more confluence. But it's been working, man. So like I said, right now I'll be looking for a retest of 58.7 and a rejection. If we don't get rejected, we'll just get accepted back into that range. And usually once you get accepted back into a range, you usually go back to the top side of that range. So we'll keep our eye out
Yep.
on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to jump over here and explain. Rokunos was asking again about the Heikinashi, so I'm going to talk about that for a minute. Just so it's good learning experience. A lot of people don't know about it. And then I'm going to show a little tip. Stick around for a tip and trick. Let's get it here. Oh, that's the wrong chart. There we go. How about mine? So if you go up here on the charts, right up there, I'm going to do my little draw tool so I can show you right there. That is where your candle selection tool is. And if you go into that, you'll actually see there's a whole bunch of them. But one of these that's in here is called Heikinashi. And I've got mine starred right there, so it shows up in my favorites. But if you click this, you see it turns all of your candles into these this trend continuation, right? Totally different than what you see here. So let me just do an outline here so you can see there was a bunch of green in here. You see all that green? Those are bullish candles. They were going to the upside. Turn this on, you can see that even right here, let me show you right here where we were getting all these green candles popping in and everybody's going, oh, it might be going up. If you turn this on, they stayed red. And so what Heikinashi does is it takes out the opening and the closing of the candle, and it's just an average of the candle. So an average of the buying or selling pressure within that candle is what Heikinashi looks at. But if you're using algorithmic indicators of any type, then you should not use Heikinashi. Matter of fact, it even says that on the TradingView website. If you ever see that, if you ever see anyone promoting an indicator, an algorithmic indicator, where the indication, where the tools are up here on this part, not down in the bottom, not anything like this here. But if they're using it with indicators up here and they're using Heikinashi, it's actually not giving you all the real data. It's false data really in algorithm, because it's not getting that candle open and close, which there's a lot of information in that. So that's why I don't like using Heikinashi on my main chart. But let me show you guys a little tip and trick here. If you go under indicators here and under just the regular, not invite only, and type in RSI primed. This is an RSI. It's a relative strength index made by Chart Prime. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything. You throw it on, and if I go into the settings here, watch this. This is pretty cool. I can select the candle types here to be Heikinashi, and now I can run Heikinashi candles down on my RSI. It turned all of my relative strength index, which is typically a line, into Heikinashi candles. And so really cool thing about this is that I can see Heikinashi price action here, and that will give me that, hey, these little pullbacks here, not happening for reversals yet, still green, right? But at the same time, I'm also getting relative strength index so that I can see things like divergences and stuff like that. So just a little quick tip there. Like right here, I can see that this line like if this was a little bit lower, okay, obviously, we could have done a divergence on there, and this thing will print divergences also. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So another thing that you can do on here is that on this one is you can put candles with candlestick patterns, and you can see here it's actually reading the candlestick pattern. It said right here, this is an engulfing candle, and that led to a downside move, just like right here it printed one, and that was the upside move. So this RSI completely overpowered, and I use it quite a bit on my chart. So I just wanted to show you guys it's absolutely free. You can add it to your charts. It's called RSI primed. So there you go.
Yeah, so I use my strategy is especially when trying to catch 4-hour or daily time frame bottoms. I use divergences, so that's one of the reasons why I do use those Hikanashi candles. So because I don't take trades that's not my setup. If it's not my setup, I'm not trading. I'm not just getting
Well,
in
you
front
should
of the
check
computer
out
just to trade.
you should check out RSI Primed, and you
Oh
get an
yeah.
RSI and Hikanashi candles, or you can put it on that candlestick pattern, and it will call out a candlestick read of engulfing to the upside or downside. So all in
Oh.
one. Yeah, yeah. Did you not? Did you see that? Did you see what I just did there with that?
You know what? I seen it before. I've seen it before. So I'm
Okay.
integrating. I'm integrating Chart Prime into my. I'm not ready to bring it on here right now because I don't
Well,
want to
this is
keep putting.
beautiful because it's one of the free ones. It's
It's
free,
one of the free
so
ones. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
one of the free ones. They have about 40 free ones over there. And I will tell you, everything that they've used, the RSI, the MACD, whatever it might be, it is your typical MACD RSI standard code. And then they sprinkled the power of Chart Prime into it to give it a whole lot more. So you should check out the free indicators at the least. They are amazing. So we are sitting about 8 minutes out right now, and I did want to give a shout out to Wick. Wick over here, he dropped. Let me find it. Let me find it. I gotta see what he said here. He said he gets sent a $5 super chat to us, and then he said, "Oh, in your own time, my own time, which I have every now and then." And he said, check out XRP versus Sol and
Yeah.
scroll way back. Same for XRP and ETH. I won't
Yep.
bring it up again. It's just for you. Wick, I appreciate it. I will check it out, brother.
You know what?
Um,
I've checked it out, man. Shout out to Forrest, man. Sistine Research. He's really big on this chart. So he put me up on it not too long ago. I don't have it pulled up right here, but XRP against Sol. Sol is looking, is looking pretty good. Sometimes you have to put these assets up against each other to see what, where the strength is in these altcoins. And XRP Sol, like Wick said, is well, he didn't say it, but I'm sure he knows. It's looking pretty strong.
yeah, when I look at Coinbase here, look at my not CoinGecko. I mean, look at my portfolio tracker I have on there. By the way, you can track my portfolio and Crux's portfolio in our Discord. It's one of the perks for members. So you see that join button down below. That's how you get access to that. But Sol has now encapsulated my second place and stolen it from Ethereum. So just so you know, just so you know. Forrest's thesis, yeah, it's pretty good. I've seen Forrest's stuff too. I've actually been on with him on a show. I can't remember what it was. May have been around the blockchain, maybe. I don't know. He's a really smart dude though. Man knows his stuff. So uh, I think that we have time for another chart. Let's go check out something here. We got time. We got time, guys. We got about 6 minutes here. I'm gonna go check out another chart and see what we're looking at here. I want to look at Link. I got to look at Link because we have some key levels here that we've talked about before, and I want to fill everyone in that may be new here right now because there's some things that you need to know about Link. It likes to trade in ranges. Remember, I'm looking at daily here. That's what that 1D is right there. It's not Detroit. There's not one Detroit. It's one day. FD White. Sorry. Right here, guys.
Uh,
This was about a year and a half of trading in a range here. You could have just scalped back and forth on this constantly. But what it is doing when it came up here, it went into another range, and then we actually had one a little bit for a little while up here that it was running in. But what I'm watching it do right now is I called back here when we lost this previous range, when we lost this here. I was like, guys, if we don't hold in this area here, which was because of that volume node that you can see right there, that volume node on the fixed range volume profile is where I said if we don't hold that, we're probably going to come back down to that level. We're heading back down there again. I'm going to be very interested to see how Chainlink reacts when it gets back down to this $8.28 area. This is a very key area, and if we lose that, then we could get trapped back in this range. And if that happens, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong, guys, because you can see how much you can just keep, up and down. And just so you guys are tracking, the the depth of this range is about 35%. Just so you know, just a heads up there for you, so that you guys know that is a beautiful asset to trade when it gets caught in a range. I did it quite a bit. Matter of fact, every time Link hit that $8 line up top, Bitcoin would dump. It was so weird. Oh look, Chainlink made it back to $8, and Bitcoin's dumping now. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out if we get back down there again. You got anything on your chart you want to show these guys before we head out of here, or what you got?
yeah. I just a quick look at the SPX, man, the S&P 500. So we were in this rising channel. We've been in this rising channel since September of 2022. Had a deviation here, a couple deviations above. So right now we're above it. If we fall back into it, we're probably going to go down to about 5121. But this is usually these are it's not really a wedge, but we want to hold this like. And I bring this up to say that the stock market. If the stock market rolls over, I don't see crypto at the beginning not rolling over with it as well. We might decouple eventually, but make sure you keep your eye. Just draw this channel on on the S&P 500 because we got an M pattern here, double top. So we really want to hold this upper sloping trend line right here. Right here. We lose this, probably going back down to the, this one right here, this upper sloping trend line, the bottom side of the channel. So we don't want to lose this. We don't want to lose this. Stock market doesn't move that fast, so this is probably something that we'll have to look at over the course of the next month. But like I said, we were correlated a little bit, then we weren't. The stock market was going up, and then crypto was going down, and then the stock market is going down, crypto is going down. So we're correlated to the downside, it seems like. So S&P, Nasdaq, all that continues its downward fashion. Maybe look out below for Bitcoin and crypto, and just keep your macro levels in mind.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good advice there. Something that you need to keep in mind too, guys, is that September, we've talked about this on the morning show quite a bit. Brought it up this morning, I believe. Even there was an article that was talking about the S&P in September, and it since 1950 has had way more negative days, or way more negative months than positive months. So S&P on average 7 to 10%. How much is it down today on the S&P FD?
2.1.
2. So yeah, you're 20% of the way into the average move for September just with today. So I do think that we will have. Matter of fact, I was just looking over here on some of my stocks because I have the aftermarket close where I can trade those, and when I go in, I can actually see like how the after hours is looking. It looks like Clean Spark is up right now on after hours. Nope, it's flat right now on the after hours. Amazon is down 0.08%. Nvidia is down another 2.3% on after hours. MicroStrategies is up 0.4%. And my Title Trust, which is MicroStrategies at a 1.75x leverage, you can guess it's up 0.75, but it took a major hit today, 12.5% down today on the daily. So it doesn't look like we're going to get that recovery tomorrow, but I am going to be watching that close because when that happens, I'm going to wait for another pull back up, and that might be where I take some profits, sit on some dry powder, because I do think that September, we've been saying it, I think September is going to be a pretty bad month. October, November, that's where you got to be watching. If we don't have moves to the upside in October, November, that's what I was going to show you guys. Let me pull over here and show you guys this real fast before we head out of here and wrap it up, because this is what I'm watching here on the daily charts. So let me get in here. I got to reset everything back up. I was showing something else earlier. This is my new indicator. Got my own custom indicator made from Chart Prime, so it's pretty awesome. But one thing that I'm watching here is you can see that when this dynamic reactor or the quantum reactor is here, and if I take and do an arch on here, you'll see what I'm talking about, why I think that October, November is so important. Where's my arch tool? Arch tool, please. Arch tool. Arch tool. That is not it. Where is the damn arch tool? FD, where's it at? Line, please. I just had it on here. Every time I just need to heart this
Put in
thing.
your favorites.
I did not put it in my favorites. I need to, but it's an arch tool. Let me find it here, gentlemen, and I will get it to you. That's projections. Is it here? Is it down here?
Is it?
Oh,
it's where the paintbrush and everything is at. Triangle.
Is it?
Circle.
Yeah, there it is. Arc. I'm there. Yep. Look, it's starting now. Yeah. Now I got it. So if I take this over here, guys, and I run this all the way over until like October, November time period here. So let me bring this back in. Let's take this to October and let's bring this up. Nope, it's going to have to go out further in order to get that declination. There we go. We look at this arch here that's taking place on the quantum reactor. You can see that
Mm-hmm.
by October, we're at the apex of this arch, right? Um, yeah, it's in the brush tool. How did I know that? Not know that. We're at the by October, we're at the apex of this. That is where this will start to turn red. When that happens, it's going to trigger on Bitcoin a target lock here to the downside, a target hold to the downside. Okay. The last time that we had that happen with a double, it didn't do it here because we had it here. This would have been a target hold, and then this target lock never turned red. So that one did not play out. If we go back and look at the last time this triggered, that would have been here. You can see that we get the target hold indicator printed there, target lock printed here. That moved to the downside there from the time that we got that double indication. Guys, that was from here to the bottom. That was about 67, almost 70%. So if you look at what it did on the firing of the upside move here, it went green there. Technically, it would have been all the way back here because there's that. Oh, sorry. There is the target hold. There's the target lock. We do get that here, but it never turned red. So this is saying, nope, nothing bad going on here. It's just sitting right below it. This did not turn red, and it will do so immediately. Trust me. So this one here would have been the second one that confirmed it. So even if you got out on taking profit, you could have got back in. But technically, it was all the way back here at this point. We'll go off of this one though, and just to show you when this fires on the daily, you're looking at this one to the upside top here. That was 150%. So if we get into October and price is still moving sideways, then by that will be October that this line's declination will have the same build of sideways momentum, and then we will be triggering that downside move on the indicators that I just showed you what the history is on them. If this comes down quicker, then this will start to decline quicker, and we could be looking at that by like the beginning of October into September. So watching this closely, and I got this set. The beautiful part about this is I can put 10 assets on here, click bearish hold and lock, bullish hold and lock, and then when I go over to my alerts, click that, add an alert in here. I can just select on the Piper Sniper kit any alert function, and it will alert me when those start to fire off both. So when that happens, guys, you guys will know, and I'll know that it's time to run because that is not a good place to be. Historically, when these have both fired off, when target lock and target hold both fire off on this indicator, it's at least a 48% move, if not in the hundreds. So yeah, and I'm watching that one closely coming into September, October. So.
Yeah.
FD is like, this is horrible. This is horrible. Don't give me any more
Yeah.
bad news. Hey,
Oh man.
we're gonna make it. We're all gonna make it.
Yeah.
If you guys have blowfin, let's clap this out here, guys. If you guys have Chart Prime using my link or over there above FD White's head, point up FD White, blowfin right there. The links are down below. Check out those links. If you join with those, we are starting today. Lunar Beaches Crypto, Trade Intuition, FD White, and myself, all going to be dropping trade setups in a group just for you guys. That's going to be starting today. This was the debut of that whole thing, promoting that. We're going to be here every Tuesday and Thursday doing this. And then make sure you guys use that link. You guys can trade right along with us. And we're going to be using this mainly because this time of day is not a good time to trade. It's usually in the mornings. That's usually the best time, or in the evenings around the market close. Crypto market close, not stock market. But right now, like if we saw a trade today, obviously we would have gotten into it in real time with you guys. If the conditions are met, we will absolutely be trading. But this is going to be to teach you guys a lot more about TA, a lot more about how you approach trading, and things to watch out for, pitfalls of traders, stuff like that. So we appreciate you being here. FD, we got through our first episode, bro.
Excited, man. I'm excited, man. We got a lot to offer, a lot to look forward to. Hopefully, price will appreciate, but if not, trading, you can make money. That's the good thing about trading. You can make money if it goes up, you can make money if it goes down. So we are here.
Big facts from the man himself right there. You guys are going to be live tonight at what time? Is that 8:30,
8:30
I
Eastern
believe?
time. Yep, we'll be back with Crypto Nightcap, me and Trey Fly. So come on over, get your the last dose of Piper Academy for the day, and then we'll be back bright and early with Good Morning Crypto. We just it's nonstop, man, nonstop.
We're trying to put out as much content for you guys as possible. But don't forget, go check out Billy Goat Tales tonight. Our boy, our brother in arms over there, Crypto Blood, he's going to be in there live tonight. So it's going to be pretty cool. Billy Goat Tales, love that dude, man. Crypto Blood is an awesome, awesome soul. So, guys, thanks for joining us today. You got anything for the people on the way out, FD? Any words of wisdom from the Detroit man?
Stay the course, man. Don't let your emotions take you over because emotions will keep you poor.
Absolutely. Guys, we'll be back here tonight, Crypto Nightcap, tomorrow morning, Good Morning Crypto, and then I'll be back on at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with the morning market report, guys. Until then, trade safe. As always, use a stop loss. We'll catch you guys later.